on your feet, ladies and gentlemen. The big boys are in town.
We're coming to the first race every year. There's always a little more anxiety, a little more nerves. But this year I didn't feel that. I feel like we knew where we were with everything. Everything had been tested and tried and true. If the thing stays together and everything goes as planned, there's no reason we're not going to be up front. So, yeah, I was just scrubbing the car around, feeling out the traction in the corner, and I got into the one right-hander in the middle of the track and kind of cracked the gas to just feel how much grip was there, and the thing didn't light up. It just like didn't rev. So I'm like, oh boy, here we go.
The green flag flies.
Seconds away from going, and I get on the radio and say like, this thing's not revving, I don't know what to do. Rolling up to the front straight and get on it, and the thing's in limp mode. But yeah, so I pulled right in the pit right away and told them to start checking wires, and went in and out probably 4 times and just kept trying stuff, and we ended up figuring it out after the race. I've never had that issue before. It was something like, I don't even know how to avoid that, but it looked as though we built a brand new car and showed up to Antigo, and that was the first time we ran it. And it was as far from the opposite of that. I've come out in the past at the first race of the year in the Pro 4 a couple times and just let it be my wake-up call after the fact that I should have just came out swinging. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to go out in the first lap and just hold her wide open and go for it, and that's what I did.
Oh, we got one going over. Andrew Carlson setting it back down. We'll see if he can get that thing.
When you're wide open with those tires spinning, they don't really like to tip over. They want to stay, sliding over the top. So, not the case. Yeah, went for quite a ride. Landed back on all fours, got it fired up, and kept racing, and the thing was running good. There might have been some parts that were borderline broke from the roll, and yeah, we ended up hitting a guy.
Just like that.
He was stopped, spun out in the corner, nothing we could do, and we lost some steering, we lost some front axle drives. Yeah, and then the thing just went downhill from there. Pro Mod said we were 26 out of 26 on the gate. I don't like starting that far back. Like, I hate it. It's the opposite of what I want. But for some weird reason, I'm really good at it.
Wait, 5 laps left.
I overheated. I'm in real hot.
Pro Mod, obviously, like I said, we were 26 out of 26 on the gate. We reeled them all in. Lap times didn't show it because we were in traffic, but we were gaining on everybody. I think within like 5 or 6 laps, we were right up to 5th place. That ended shortly after we overheated. Yeah, they watered the crap out of the track, and we took on a little bit more mud than we thought we would, and it was kind of better than the day before because we got to see the thing rip and go and how fast it really was, and I got to drive and all that, but at the same time it was still painful. So, but yeah, and then Pro 4 was even more pressure because it's like we can't end this thing with 4 bad races. So yeah, last 2 laps of Pro 4 were intense. LeDuc was unlapping himself, and we knew he was coming. He had none to lose. I had both Greaves boys in front of me, and I knew I needed to get Johnny behind me so it would slow LeDuc down if we wanted a chance at winning that thing. And I put a sweet move on Johnny. I think it was probably one of the better passes I've ever done. He left the door open, and we backed it in the door. It was pretty textbook. I don't think Johnny thought that way. He got like 0 to 100 real quick, and probably hit me 4 times in the next straightaway, and Cameron T-boned me in the next corner, pushed me way out, and then we both ended up getting passed by LeDuc, and he got a flat. So it's like, probably could have told you something like that was going to happen if you drive like that. But we've shown in the past what happens when we get pushed around, and hope they know what they're signing up for. And yeah, I wanna go to Crandon and dominate and claw my way back up these points. And I'm on a mulligans, which is plain and simple. So going for wins now.
This is Inside Off-Road.